All right. Welcome everybody. This will probably get 0 views for the first episode, but you got to start somewhere. This is called the Chalkboard Academy, and just a group of buddies trying to talk fantasy football, sports, and basically anything else in that realm. My name's Jackson. Uh, I've played multiple years of basketball, football, all that kind of stuff, anything outside or with a ball of any kind. Not that way. I'd be touching it though.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yep, I had to add that in there. Won fantasy a few years against these guys. I currently have a God Squad in Dynasty. But yeah, I'd say I put more than enough time into researching this, and unfortunately, more time than what many people would call a hobby.
It's not a hobby, so it's a lifestyle.
It is.
Well, yeah, I guess I can go next. I am Derek. Kind of similar to Jack. I almost played any sport with a ball in it. Pause there, but except for basketball, I'm not a basketball player. I'm a chubby white guy, as you can probably tell on the screen here. So, I was a hockey player. So as you can get the Minnesota Wild poster there, trying to show off my sports memorabilia. I'm an Iowa State alum. Probably can't even see the state over there. But as far as background football, I played high school football. I'm not gonna lie, say I was good. I was a special team warrior.
It's where the hardest hits happen, okay.
Oh, I did get a concussion on that, so we'll see how much brain power I've got left for this. But I don't know. Love fantasy football. I was better for some reason, somehow better as a kid, and then last couple of years have been tough. I kind of came myself to the 49ers in our dynasty league. I've had good teams, but now I'm getting to the end of it, man. I got players getting old and no future except for Emeka Egbuka, which Jack, I don't know if you're going to be able to see. We'll talk about that trade.
Yep.
Still stewing up, man.
Well, I'm Trevor. I've been playing sports my whole life. I mean, as long as I can remember, my parents said I was playing with balls. Pause just for a second there. But I don't know, basketball, I've played my whole life. Football, basically my whole life. Played baseball for a while until high school when they said that it was equal playing time. And I said, I'm done with this. And I've recently taken up some volleyball. It's been a blast, and going to be taking on golf here once I have enough time in my schedule. So that should be fun. I did kick some ass 2 years in a row. I went for the three-peat. I couldn't do it. I fell to last place somehow, and I don't know. Sometimes it just happens. Like you look at the weekly, and it's like I lost by like 5 points every week. Just a horrible year, but we're looking to rebound, and dynasty, I don't know. I got a solid enough team, so we'll see where it goes, but it's hard when you're going up against gauntlets. I mean, seriously, it's Jackson's team is insane, and I mean, my dad's got a good team too, and I don't know. I really like we've been doing a defensive league too with a dynasty defensive league. That's been amazing. Really look at it completely differently, so it's been pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. Just loving fantasy, always have. And
first year of the defensive league was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Big fan. Also helps when you get Carson Swisher like the 48th round already.
That was stupid. I didn't think he'd be like that. White boys, he got hot.
Bro, come on. White linebackers, they're either great or they're Will Compton. So.
And they come from the smallest towns too. It's just insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. First one, podcast wise, do we want to just talk over general rankings?
Do that.
See where it takes us.
Get a place of any. Yeah, I mean, we don't get through them all. At least get some conversations about different players.
Yeah. All right. Trev, you
Do you
start
wanna-
us off. I want to
Oh,
hear
with
what
my
you have to
rank?
say. Yeah,
Well,
first five or something.
do we want to like screen share the rankings we have here?
The
Screen share
bot that we
rankings?
have doesn't have that
Or do we just
capabilities.
go
That's
off
what I
the-
was trying to figure out. Even
I mean, do we want to go our own or like just go 1, 2, whatever, or kind of like the consensus?
I can.
I think it'd be
pull up-
interesting if we did like the average, and then we see like whether or not you're higher or lower. Maybe for like the
Yeah.
first 50 guys or something.
Go based on our average.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trev, you start
so obviously-
talking to us about that. I'm gonna pull up another page to get like another pros ranking.
All right. So our average combined ranking for number 1 is obviously Bijan. Jack and I both got Bijan, and Derek's got Gibbs. You mind sharing why you got Gibbs at 1, Derek?
I think Gibbs is a higher ceiling where when you're taking somebody at 1, you're going for the. I mean, let me go stop myself. Bijan is still a league winner, but Gibbs could not easily could have a season akin to like a CMC in 2018. I'm pretty sure like that huge season he had in Carolina.
Yeah.
Because how good are the lines going to be? I'm not sure. I don't like. And will he be able to handle the work like being the every down back? Again, I'm not sure, but the opportunity is there of him being that insane fantasy option. And I had Bijan in the league last year. Bijan was amazing. The Falcons' offense just always scares me. I mean, I don't know who's playing quarterback, whether it's Tua or Penix. I mean, if it's Tua, can he throw the ball?
I mean, how many dump downs is he getting either way? That's how
Yeah.
I look at it.
That part's always true. And I mean, they both got obviously Amon Ra is better than Drake London, but they do both have they have receiving weapons. Jared Goss is just a little bit better, definitely better quarterback. And I also think the line. I guess I don't know who's got the better defense between the two teams, between Atlanta and Lions. I would think to say the Lions, but the way that they can never stay healthy.
I'd say Lions are definitely better, but they've also got a significantly tougher schedule.
Yes, they
Or
do
at least
have a tougher
division.
schedule. The least last I checked, Jahmyr Gibbs is one of the easiest schedules for a running back.
I think you could honestly go either way with them. I mean,
Yeah,
with Gibbs having the
that's what I was gonna get at.
backfield, with
Gibbs
Gibbs
gonna own
having the backfield almost all to himself, Pacheco coming in, but Monty's gone, so I would see Gibbs getting all the goal line and everything, and then Bijan.
I'm
They
perfectly fine
sent
going either way.
Algier out of there, but they picked up Brian Robinson. I don't know. He's a very similar prospect to Bijan in a way, like their receiving and their power. So I kind of see Bijan just taking that over. That's why he's at 1 for me. But you
I'm
could kind of
perfectly
go
fine
either way.
going either way on that. Like
Yeah,
I
piece.
picked Gibbs because why not? In an actual draft, I couldn't tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll play flip a coin. It's pretty much what I did
Right.
making the ranking 2 years.
I mean, it's not like you're going wrong either way. I mean,
Yeah.
at 1 or 2. I mean,
Yeah, if you get in a perfect scenario, I'd have the second pick because I don't want to make a choice between these first 2 guys.
Yeah. I guess moving on to the next part then. You guys had Puka ranked higher than Jamar, or you guys had Puka 3, Jamar 4. What was the rationale there?
I just think Stafford always supplies a great receiver 1, and Puka has been known to not drop anything, and I don't know, he's a beast and he's young. I mean, not saying Jamar's not, but you never know with Burrow, and I don't know. I think he's just a freak, and Stafford knows how to get him the ball.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Specifically on the part you just don't know with Burrow. I mean, I feel like the way people rank Joe Burrow these days is more the idea of Joe Burrow versus what he's shown us. Like as like a top 3 or 4 QB in the league. When he's healthy and playing at his best, yes, he is that, but he hasn't been very healthy and not always been playing at his best recently. So him staying healthy, and I really hope he does. I love Joe Burrow. I hope he stays healthy um, for the rest of his career. But the fact that there are some question marks on that when you're taking a guy at 3, I want to pick the guy with the least amount of question marks there. And again, like Trevor just said, Matt Stafford, he's gonna find his wide receiver one and he's gonna give him touches no matter what. And again, Jamar is similar. Like that Bengals defense sucks. That no matter what, he's going to be getting touches. So they're going to have to put up 30 points a game. But yeah, there's just a couple question marks surrounding Jamar's quarterback.
Why do you have Jamar at 3 instead of Puka, Jack?
I think Jamar's still better talent overall, for one. I think now Burrow's going to be healthy. He completely rested up. They know he's a franchise quarterback. They've built up their offensive line this year more than ever before and actually drafted like they cared to protect him. And Puka's already had some off-field issues. So if you're worried about like Burrow getting injured, I'd be just as worried about Puka getting suspended. And the Rams are going to be the best team. I'm not talking about that. Gonna get demonetized immediately, kicked off. The channel won't even be able to take off.
First episode.
Yeah, and the Rams just got Myles Garrett, Trent McDuffie. Their defense is stepping up. It's gonna get to a point where they're gonna want to just run it down, waste as much time as possible because they have no reason. The Bengals defense is still going to suck. So I imagine that they're still going to have to air it out. And even with Joe Flacco, I mean, Chase was averaging like, I think it was something stupid like 12 targets a game. Just unreal numbers. So if he can get Burrow back and that offense does continue to take a step forward, I can't imagine that he doesn't return back to his 2024 season.
I guess I'll throw this in there. If the Rams do sign like maybe Debo because they're talking about maybe him going there, I'd maybe move Jamar over just because. I mean, T is a great receiver too, but if there's Puka and then Devontae and Debo all there's just a lot of weapons. So I think they'd spread the ball out a little bit more. Jamar and Higgins, they're going to get their shares. So I think if the Rams do bring in somebody else, I'd move Jamar up. But I feel like they're almost interchangeable. I mean, they have very similar ceilings. They're going to get 8 to 10 receptions a game with
ceilings
well over 100 yards. What?
I think Jamar's ceiling's far above Puka's. Jamar's put up 50-point games, it feels like, every other season. His ceiling is significantly higher. Puka's, I'd say he has a safer floor, but ceiling-wise?
I would agree that Jamar's probably got a better ceiling. Kind of back to like your point again about the defense, Jack. The Rams do have a much better defense. I mean, if they take a big lead, and even if Puka gets all of that, how many more touches is he going to see versus Jamar could have a 4-touchdown game and need a 5th because they're still losing. So, I don't know. I kind of like the same with the 1-2. Like as far as wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, it's extremely close to me. Again, I don't know can go wrong with having that choice or getting the other guy. So
Yeah,
that's fair.
I think it's also kind of like a safety mentality. You want 18 points a game consistently with upside of 30, go Puka. If you want like 15, could even drop to like 4 1 week, but then you have the upside of 40, go Jabbar. So that's how I'd swing it.
yeah. So it depends on how you plan your draft. If you're confident on getting a stable guy in your second pick versus I'm just trying to look at the board here. What you get the way back.
Yes. So
Like yeah,
around
I mean
then,
it's like
Hampton, Barkley, Love, Bowers, Nico.
I think it goes
Around
back to what you said though, Jack. Is it depends on what you're looking for, and obviously your receiver one because it's your first pick, so you want steady 15, maybe 20, with the upside of I don't know 30 or 40. Probably looking at Jamar, but yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. They're very similar in what they bring to the
Yeah.
table, I think.
make some modification live to one of my rankings.
live updates. Holy cow.
Yep. Now that I'm thinking. All right, let's keep moving.
Mhm.
5, 6, 7. We all roughly interchange. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had the same 4. I went Smith and Jigba, then Amon Ra, then CD, then CMC.
I have the exact same thing. So actually,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I got
Cheat.
CMC jumped up to the top of that tier, but I don't know.
Oh.
It's just
I
tough
would
for me. I love CMC, and it's very important to have a running back, so that's why I have him at the top. I just think he's going to keep getting all the work, even though they are bringing in pieces. They're getting people back, like Kittle, looking like he's on track to be back week 1. I just think that he's going to get all the work. I mean, they're going to play him 95% of the snaps as long as he's healthy. So, I mean, if you're looking at a receiver instead, I mean, yeah, that's tough. I think CMC's a little bit more valuable just because he's a running back, but I don't know. Why do you guys have him at 8 instead of somewhere
I
else?
I'll start the it's just I might just be following a trend here, and again, I hate praying or not praying, trying to predict injuries. Um, but it's like he had 400 some touches last year, which every time he's done that in career, he's gotten injured the next year. So it's again kind of that same thing. I'm just worried. I love CMC. Um, that just kind of scares me. Where versus like I have JSN in that spot, who was spectacular last year for the offense that ran the ball more than any other team in the league, and now they've gotten rid of their number one running back, uh, which seems like a step in the direction to just throw the ball even more. And when you're the number one wide receiver, and it seems like you're going to get even more targets now, it seems like a pretty good sign.
yeah. He got paid like he's going to be targeted a lot. His contract was big time, and I mean, just thinking about last year's draft, we said the same thing about Barkley. Like, hey, he got 400 touches, he got way overused, he's going to get injured. Although he didn't get injured, which CMC might not, you can't say that he did not regress. Like, his fantasy season clearly shot down. I don't think that's just a Kellen Moore thing. I think just naturally you are going to take a toll on the body and have to slow up a little bit if you're going to be relied on so heavily.
But
Yeah,
again,
it's a
kind of like
valid
Trevor
argument.
said, kind of weighing your positions. If you are, again, like looking back on the draft, if you're confident on getting a solid wide receiver, I would be happy taking CMC at 5 still. Because I think there's when you're like at CMC, if you're drafting CMC to be CMC, there's definitely a tier drop from him to the next running back, Jonathan Taylor. Say there's definitely a tier drop. I don't know if it's a big one, but
I think the odds of CMC finishing like fantasy number 1 overall is just higher than any of those 3 receivers. I mean, I'd say JSN is the closest to having a number 1 finish. That's why I have him at 6. But I think CMC, the likelihood of him finishing fantasy player number 1 overall, more likely than any of those other guys. So that's why I got him at 5 also.
yeah, that's completely fair. He definitely could. CMC is going to get the touches as long as he's healthy. But it's kind of that as long as that scared to get still in. And it's not like we've got 20 spaces in between. It's 5 versus 8. So
Yeah.
Right.
like I'd be happy still taking him at 5, but if he somehow drops to 8, I'm gonna be the happiest dude that drops him that day. So
I think it's kind of crazy. We all have JSN, Amon, and then CD all in that exact order.
Yeah. Amon's just so reliable. You can't count him out ever. I think he saw something where it's like he's finished top 5 the last 4 years or something just absurd. However long he's been in the league, and it's like, okay, that's just Mr. Reliable always. You can't ever count him out. CD, I still think's a top 3 talent in the league. Gunslinger quarterback, terrible defense, and now people are going to have to start respecting Pickens. So he's not going to get nearly as much safety coverage over the top on him. Yeah, CD's easily a top 10 pick for me.
I mean, he missed some games last year. What if he played in all those games? Where does he end, do you think? Similar to JSN?
let's see if I can find averages there.
Yeah. What did he average? So last year he averaged. Well, this is useful. Not. He was averaging right around 18, 19.
Okay.
PPR. So what would that be compared to Smith and Jigba? Right about the same. Smith and Jigba was better towards the end of the year, but it would have been.
JSN went crazy at the end of the year.
He was good.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean,
I guess he was kind of consistent through the
think-
whole season, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong here, but I've seen like some things that people scared about CD because of George Pickens, but when they were both playing, I mean, more times than not, CD was still seeing more targets. CD usually was getting more catches. And honestly, like if Pickens did better, it's just because of what. So yeah, I like the Cowboys. They're kind of similar to the Bengals, a little bit better defense, but still not great. But yeah, those guys are both. I mean, Amon-Ra is just about the safest option you can play. He's going to give you 15 every week, sometimes 30, but he's not going less than 14. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. What next? So does that about cover those three? You guys got any finishing remarks?
I don't have nothing
good
else
on
in
it.
Okay. So we get a little different here. At 9.
This one I just changed up.
Me and Jack both have, I guess, like James Cook, Taylor, Jefferson, and Taylor in our next 3. I guess we could just start. Trevor, you got James Cook a little bit lower than each of us. Just want to start with that, and we can go into.
I just think with the addition of DJ Moore, they're going to maybe air it out a little bit more. I mean, who really knows with that Bills offense? Because Josh Allen can do it with his legs. And, I mean, that didn't stop James Cook last year. So I think really far-fetched, but I think Kincaid's kind of coming into his role a little bit. So that adds another weapon. And I don't know. I just kind of seeing those guys a little bit higher than James Cook just because of the usage. And I mean, not saying they didn't use James Cook, but I think Jonathan Taylor's going to get his in that Colts offense that's really coming into its own. And I mean, I got Genty and Barkley above him. So I just think Genty is going to get better year after year. And Saquon's going to keep getting the work, especially with A.J. Brown leaving. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a gap, but I don't know. I think that Bills offense is just a little interesting to me. they can be weird with how they utilize players sometimes. Why do you have him so high, Jack?
I think it's the
Or why do you
same
have
thing
him
as
at 9?
last year. He's just so consistently good. If you're tied to a good offense, the running back's going to eat. You're going to get into the end zone. So, I mean, we've seen him be consistent. We said that his touchdowns are going to regress, and they haven't. And the OC there, I forget where he was with Cook earlier in his career, but he loved James Cook, always praised him, and how he was a good receiving back. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more receptions being sprinkled in there for Cook, maybe like 1 or 2 a game, but that'll add up.
Pete Carmichael's a Buffalo coordinator. It says he was formerly with the Saints for a long time.
Maybe it was the previous one.
Unless you're thinking of
Might be
they
Joe
have a different
Brady.
head coach.
Yeah, it's Joe Brady.
Yeah, Joe Brady's the head coach because he was. Yeah, they're saying it's basically his offense.
I mean, you're kind of smack dab in the middle, Derek. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, truthfully, I kind of see both your guys' points. I do think the Bills will throw a little more with DJ Moore. And how much impact do I think DJ Moore's going to have is kind of up in the air. I'm really not sure. DJ Moore is just kind of confusing, and he's a guy who's had him in fantasy the last couple of years. In different leagues, it's frustrating. You draft DJ Moore for what he can be, and then you just never get that. But I do think a change of scenery could certainly help him because it never really seemed like last year him and Caleb Williams were on the same page. And I mean, Josh Allen is. We won't start debates yet, or too heated debates, but arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. So, does that help DJ Moore? I would hope so. Does it help the offense? I would hope so. They haven't had a wide receiver even as good as DJ Moore really there since Diggs left. So I think they'll throw more, and I think it'll be a little more successful when they do throw. However, James Cook is a dog, and I mean, you give him the ball, he's gonna get you yards. He's gonna get you touchdowns. I think like as the years go, they're gonna want to continue to protect Josh Allen. So maybe we see some more goal line carries for James Cook. And not really sure exactly how the Bills' offense is going to go. So that's, I guess, kind of my right in between you guys.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
And Joe Brady's been with the Bills since 22.
Yeah, I have no clue what I saw. It might have just been a beat reporter talking out of his ass.
He was a QB coach, the OC last year, head coach this year. Or the OC last 2 years.
You guys both have JT slightly higher than me. I understand that's going to be a run offense because no Daniel Jones, but you think, especially with losing Pittman, whatever teams they're facing is not just going to stack the box out of them and just try to stuff JT?
I don't know if it matters. I mean, you look at the beginning of the season last year.
What are you saying about Daniel Jones?
He's just going to be less mobile coming back from that Achilles. He's not going to be able to bring that option threat.
I mean, who were they? Who was it against the 49ers that they had little Phillip Rivers? Or they did just stack the box against them? I mean, it's Daniel Jones can at least still throw the ball. Like, I mean, it was still a high scoring game that the 49ers just ended up pulling away with.
I just don't know how the Colts get the ball in the end zone without him.
Yeah, that's
How many
kinda what
touchdowns
I'm
did they have
wondering.
last year? His
Well,
touchdown rate was insane.
they were Super Bowl favorites in like week 8 pre Daniel Jones Achilles tear. Like they were
Yeah.
roaring.
hmm
So
I mean, and they just paid oh my gosh, wide receiver.
Alec Pierce.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, if they weren't gonna at least have some plan to move the ball through the air, they're not gonna give Alec Pierce all that money. So
Well, he
I
stretches the
mean,
field. He's the running
Yeah.
man.
But
so I
even
mean, they got plans to move the
Jones,
ball through the air. So I don't think you can just completely stack the box against it.
I think though, even with Daniel Jones' injury, being that it was his planting foot, he's not going to be able to huck it up to Alec Pierce like he used to last year. He's still going to need to be a little bit tender on it while rehabbing. So it's going to be a lot shorter passes. Like I bumped up Josh Downs and Tyler Warren because of that.
I mean, Daniel Jones is a known freak athlete. He's coming back from this kid. He's like Kobe Bryant, dude.
Vanilla Vic, they call him.
He's a speed demon.
Fair enough. Trev, I
No,
guess
I
one
mean,
thing.
sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to move on. You can keep talking.
Oh, I was just gonna like have a final remark. I mean, I think Taylor is he's just great in that O line for the Colts is still great. So I think even if they can't throw the ball as successful they were last year, Jonathan Taylor is still a good pick at the end of the first. Like
Yeah.
at 10, like you're getting if you're getting Jonathan Taylor there, right? Where's it? Is that our consensus? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's same as the expert ranking. So yeah, I would be happy getting him there. I think if you're getting them any higher than in those passing questions about the passing game, maybe make me wait on him. But yeah, I'm going to take him first. It's just fine.
I guess one person I have way higher than you guys is Rashee Rice. I can't imagine a world where he doesn't finish as a top 8 wide receiver. Like, Mahomes will be coming back. Andy Reid, unfortunately, loves the dude. It seems like PT in prison somehow, and there's not going to be any repercussions from the league for him. I mean, he was peppered with something like 12 targets a game last year. I think he had the highest red zone target rating. I don't understand how he's not a, what is this, top 20 pick for either of you guys.
I've talked about red flags all day already, and he probably out of anybody in this top 200, he probably comes with the most. I'm just like kind of reading it, like some of like an outlook I have on him. It's like obviously he has the off-field issues in the first place. So we're still waiting to hear on that. I think if I can get more clarity, I'm perfectly fine moving him up to honestly, yeah, like as high as it's like as high as 16, like right where you got him. I mean, like right in the middle of that second round. And he also like I like I can't right in June or late May had another cleanup procedure on his knee that he ended had his season-ending LCL injury last year. So again, there's just a lot of concerns where like if I was drafting today, it's too many concerns to put that guy in my team in the second round when I'm not even sure if he's going to play versus I know I can get somebody who will play that is at least comparable. Now that being said, if all these go away, he's healthy, he's not missing any time, then again I'd be even happy. I could even see him moving him up right into the beginning of the second, like right around the Ashton Genty range. So, or I guess the Nico range would be a better comparison. So yeah, it's just the all the red flags he's got already that just kind of scare me. Talent is there, that's no question. Just everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a new look offense with Ken Bone Walker behind Mahomes too. So I mean, not saying that takes away from the passing game, but like Derek said, you don't entirely know what's going on with Rasheed. And I mean, I'd probably be fine moving him right around like AJ Brown range, which is I got him at like 17. So
Yeah.
I mean, healthy Rasheed, sure, I like him, but there's also a lot of guaranteed points and good players on the board still. So that's why I got him a little bit lower.
Gotcha. Derek, yours is also interesting with tight ends. You have Trey McBride, 14, and then Bowers, 15. You're high on them. Thoughts there?
I am. I think there's just such a severe drop between like those guys are obviously like your tier one tight ends.
Yep.
And like a completely healthy George Kittle, I still would put like a tier below. But then even then, there's another tier before we get into where I think Tyler Warren and Colson Loveland. Do I think those guys can make a tier jump? He's for sure. But it's just the fact we haven't had a full season of seeing that versus with both Trey McBride and Brock Bowers, we've seen them be just complete point mismatches at the tight end spot. Obviously, Bowers had a down year last year, but I mean, we know who his QB was, but let's not get that. I think with getting Mendoza or Kirk Cousins, whoever it is Kirk great? No. He's getting old, and obviously he's got that. He had that Achilles tear too, and we saw he wasn't himself after that, quite himself, but he's still better. Like,
He's better than Geno Smith.
yeah, he's better than Geno, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't watch football, just and like look through like a Raiders post like comments, you'd think Geno Smith was a domestic terrorist. I mean,
Yeah.
so like I think even if you only get like half year Mendoza, and he turns out to be the first round like pick that we're expecting, but you get first half Kirk Cousins, still better. So I'm anticipating a Brock Bowers resurgence, and I mean the Cardinals, they're just going to be throwing the ball. I mean, they got Jeremiah Love, and I think he's gonna get a lot of work. I'm just not sure that's going to be right in the beginning, and they've shored up that whole line a little bit. Still not great. I still don't know how much they're going to be able to run the ball. I am fairly certain they're going to be throwing it a lot. I don't know if Trey McBride's going to have the season he did last year, but he still could. And just those two guys being in such a positional mismatch where you don't have to stream tight ends like I did last year, it kind of sucks. And all of a sudden you're like looking at Hunter Henry, or it's always Hunter Henry if you're streaming.
It is.
It
There's always Hunter Henry.
I was trying to come up with another. I was trying to come up,
out there.
and then Joku. Now that being said, like if you got to reach on one of these guys, like if you're at the 13 or 12, I wouldn't take them. Like it's the earliest I would take these guys. I'm like if they fall in your lap at that 14, 15 range, I'd be happy with it. If you can't, I'm gonna be so happy if I can get a Tyler Warren, if I can get Colson Loveland, or if I can get Harold Fannin. I had too many Browns in my team last year, and I was not good. So I'm going to stick to probably just one. It's going to be probably just Harold Fannin.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So, yeah, it kind of is.
If it was a
I
tight
like-
end premium, I wouldn't mind taking them a little
Yeah.
bit higher, have the positional advantage, but I feel like there's still some really good players on the board.
Yeah, tight end 3 through like honestly 8 for me are pretty similar-ish. Where I'm like, I'd rather not have to give up someone like a Nico, AJ, Drake Brown, or yeah. Drake
Drake
London,
London.
Chase Brown,
Yep.
yeah, Hampton, those kind of players for a tight end.
But then to kind of counter that, even if you do get one of those guys, you're still getting a Chris Olave, Tedroy McMillan. I'm not a big Garrett Wilson fan, to be honest, but Josh Jacobs, or I guess I'm looking at my rankings here. Shoot.
Well, yeah, I'm like even deeper though, because I would wait a while until getting a tight end until like the 50s, I think.
Yeah, I was say
So
when is
around there,
looking
it'd be like Ibuka, Cardinal
so yeah,
Tate,
Warren and Loveland are at the 46,
BTJ,
47. So I mean,
Evans, DK. Like
I mean, I
that
feel like
wide
I got
receiver
Loveland
would be
high,
like
but I mean,
yeah,
he's
he's an
even
I
at
would
industry
too.
37
plant.
for
He
me.
is an industry plant. I swear on it. I don't know how. All of the Bears
Okay, look at
receivers are.
too.
That's a plant. I don't believe in it.
I don't know if I like the gap between like Loveland and Fannin. I mean, again, yes, the Browns' offense is horrifying to look at, but Harold Fannin still produced.
Yeah. I mean, he's a
With
beast of a
mind
player.
you, he does have a Pro Bowl quarterback. So let me stop.
That he does.
Yeah, it's the tight end. I mean, it's kind of just depending on how you want to build your team. So
Right.
you know, a lot of it is just looking at what you're going to be getting in the next round. Like, I mean, if you go wide receiver round 1 and then you decide, and it's probably going to have to be a running back because chance to get a good running back in round 3 is not the
Zero.
greatest.
Right.
And then again, with that, you have to be confident in you getting a solid wide receiver in the third round. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of put them there as like the highest I would take them, but again, it all depends on how I feel like the draft's playing out. So,
Yeah.
I noticed you got Drake London fairly low. Is that just because of the concern of the quarterback position?
I've got beef with Drake London. I'm going to be honest. That was more of
so
a
consistent.
of an emotional pick than a real pick. I was in a fantasy championship in one of my leagues. All I had was Drake
Happens to
London
all of
left,
us.
and I needed 4 points from him, and I would have won. He came out with a whopping 2.8 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Was that
So
Gotta
I
last
hate
year?
that.
vowed I'm never gonna play him or never draft him again after that.
Yeah, 23. Yeah, 2023, week 15, so start of the playoffs would have been 2.4, then 3.9, then 5.6. Oh my goodness.
You hate that.
Yeah, that I was watching it. I was
Wow.
watching the game at my girlfriend's house with her brothers, and they made fun of me for the whole weekend. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm never drafting him again. That being said, he is good. He is very good. Does he have his low weeks? Yes, but anybody you're drafting that like rated that turn of the second round does. So let's see, like we got Nico, AJ Brown, Saquon. Yeah, all those guys have had their low weeks.
Right.
So I think he's perfectly wrapped up in there amongst those guys. Again, personally, I'm drafting all of them over Drake London.
Jeez. You
Yeah,
guys
I was waiting for
both
that question
have
to come up.
Malik Neighbors significantly higher than I do. Trevor, you have him at 18.
Yeah.
Derek, you have him at 48. I have him at 200. His knee scares me so much. I think he's only playing in like weeks 12. And if he even gets healthy by then, I think Harbaugh is going to be like, just don't even come in. Like, you are the centerpiece of our offense. We do not want you to rush back. I just don't think he's even going to play this season.
I don't know. I think if he plays, he's gonna get all the targets. That's why I got him as high as I do. But I mean, if I hear other news, I mean, it's easy to drop him down in your rankings.
Yeah.
I don't know, just what we've seen from him. He's an animal. But yeah, I mean, there is concern for injury, just like anybody, I guess.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not going to doubt his talent. He could, when healthy, he looked like he was easily a top 10 wide receiver in the league. But I mean, just the rehab I've seen, how they've picked up even Odell for wide receivers and stuff around the Giants. I'm like, they don't trust him to be coming back yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess the latest news I have is he's expected to work his way into practice. His training camp gets started. It's at least a positive sight to see. I mean, I kind of have him rated that 47 because it's kind of like man's name for me right now. Obviously, as I hear more, if he's most likely going to be limited, but kind of again depending how you draft. Like if by this point you're taking a wide receiver 2 or somehow even a wide receiver 3, it's a good gamble. So we've seen he's amazing when he's healthy. But if you're picking up wide receiver 2 or starting wide receiver at this point, which I hope you're not, but just for purely theoretical situations, he's going to take. We don't know how many games we can get out of him at this point. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Guess what else can we touch on before we wrap it up here? Trevor, you're pretty low on Achan. What's the thought process there? Sitting at 29 for you when our consensus rank have him at 25. And then
I don't know.
I'm
not a huge fan of small running backs.
Even though
running backs.
He was so good last year.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that there's other guys that would perform better. I mean, who I got above him? I mean, I got Ken Bone. That's a risk, though. Josh Jacobs. Have we heard anything? What the hell's going on with his battery or whatever the hell happened?
I have
And
no
Derrick
word
Henry,
on
I
that.
got over him. Just Derrick Henry's just. I mean, they're gonna use him again like crazy. They're gonna run him until he dies, basically. So.
What's the thought process on Omari and Hampton then? Because he's still a giant question mark. He barely played last year.
I just think the Chargers are going to want to throw the ball.
Like that O line should hopefully be healthy this year. Harbaugh loves to run. He loves to run so much. The Vikings drafted JJ McCarthy because we were somehow convinced that he was a good quarterback.
I don't disagree. Hampton should be above him, but I don't think that big of a gap should be it. I mean, Achan doesn't win off of running. He wins off of catching the ball 8 times as a running back, and you're like, oh, okay. Here's a dump off. Here's a dump off. And I mean, he's working with Malik Willis now, who's a little bit more mobile, but they don't have a single receiver. I don't think I could tell you a single receiver on their team.
It's true.
Who do they have?
Malik Washington.
Malik Washington.
Okay.
Is Robbie Chosen still out there or what?
Like, they're gonna have to throw to him. Like, he might have the most receptions ever.
Who's Chris Bell? Chris Bell? That's a rookie.
I think, yeah. Like, they drafted a few people, I think, but in like the 4th or 5th round, where it's like, okay.
All right.
That's fair. I see Jalen Wright maybe coming to a little bit of a role there too. I mean,
I could give you guys 100 guesses. You wouldn't get who the tight end is. It's Greg Dulcich, starting tight end currently.
Okay.
But our wide receiver 1 is Malik Washington.
There you go. They got Jalen Reagor.
You're right. They're going 17-0. They also got another great Jalen Tolbert at wide receiver 2.
Oh my goodness.
I just worry for his health slightly. I mean, his usage is through the roof. I just worry about him. I mean,
that's the same argument we just had for CMC, though.
Yeah, but CMC is a little bit bigger. Just
What
have
is
to
the
say
weight
that.
difference? What is the weight difference? 191 on Achan. CMC, okay, 210. Yeah, 20 pounds is the difference.
And
And
the height
CMC's only,
difference. I
yeah,
mean, I'm
2 inches taller.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think Achan had a couple of injury scares last year too, or a couple of games where he had to sit out. So that's
H-Man had an almost 20% target share. That's what,
Yeah, unreal.
that's just insane, actually. I don't know. I see Hampton kind of coming into his own role. I mean, who's behind
yeah.
him?
I
Vidal.
mean,
Keen Mitchell, I think. And
It
he's
just
healthy, he's quick.
I'm so high on Hampton. I'm a massive believer, which I was tell for it rate, but
I mean, there shouldn't probably be that big of a gap in my rankings between the two, but I do see Hampton healthier this year and utilized more. Achan, I don't know, he just scares me. He always has. His size.
looking back, I'd probably put Hampton below Barkley.
Oh, you have Barkley
Just
way
'cause
higher than I do, Trevor, also.
Barkley and K9 are definitely
Yeah, I
more
got Barkley part of
proven than
that
Hampton.
Jonathan Taylor, Ashton Genty, James Cook group.
Yeah, I'd be fine moving Saquon up on mine too. Obviously, I'm a Philly guy now.
Like I
So I
said
gotta,
earlier, with AJ Brown gone, I mean, yeah, they have Devontae Smith and they drafted whatever
Makai
his
Lemon.
name is, the tight end, Eli Stowers, I think it was.
Yeah. I'm
I just
surprised
think
you
they're
went
gonna.
there
I think
instead
they're
of
gonna.
Makai Lemon.
Well, Makai Lemon, sure, yeah. I just think that they're gonna utilize him through the air and the ground this year. So I mean, Saquon can do it all. And they're gonna
Yeah.
need to. Gonna need to find it somewhere. I mean, Hurts isn't much of a running quarterback anymore. I think, but I don't know.
save
He's
how
kind of lost his legs a little bit.
when it's late. You know, my neighbors can hear me, so I'm gonna keep the children. Um, teams. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like again, like I talked about CMC, is like the extreme amount of touches. Usually have a regression. Hopefully, after last year, we get Saquon to be the Saquon we know. Um, it's just again not it's don't know. He finished RB13, so playing pretty much every game. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the one thing about the Eagles or the Saquon that even screaming when he blew up was how many carries is he getting inside like the 2 yard line, which
Mhm.
like you'd think you don't get a ton of touchdowns from that, but it does rack up. And again, it's I know from experience having Saquon before, or actually no, betting on Saquon last year. The second you see the Eagles get inside the 2 yard line, you're just mad. You're like, should be an easy touchdown for the guy for Saquon, but it's never gonna be. Um,
Yeah, it's always the tushy pushy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, who knows? Saquon's an intriguing prospect. He could realistically finish RB1. Also could like last year finish as RB16. Like, I mean, it's just intriguing prospect.
Yeah, he is.
Let's see, looking at touchdown numbers. Well, we've all got them pretty similarly, but I am intrigued to hear just what your guys' takes on AJ Brown. We obviously are pretty high. I mean, we got him rated middle of the second, middle to end.
I think as an athlete, he's a great athlete, and he's going to a Patriots team that really needs another receiver. So I think he really fits in well there, and Drake May will feed him the ball. They also have a running game, which I think opens up some deep shots for him.
I
I
love
completely
him
agree with that.
so much.
Yeah, I like if he's there. If I'm drafting and he's there at 15, 14. I would still jump on that.
He's
Obviously,
going
if they
later
have a
than
running
that, I
back.
think.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
he's
saying like
going like
that's where my pick
25.
is. Like I would go.
I mean, there are some unknowns, I guess, but I would
There
take
are. I
him.
mean, going into a new offense, and
The
I mean,
only concern I have with him is if he brings that negativity and locker room problem with him from Philly. If he actually
I
clears that and it wasn't just his fault, then I think it's going to be a home run for him in New
I
England.
think that's just more of like he's. I mean, we know wide receivers are kind of divas at times. Some, not all of them. Some of them. And I mean, he's gonna get targets. He's gonna get looks. Like, yeah. I mean, we've seen Jalen Hurts' deep ball. I would get frustrated too if that was my quarterback.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
I'm
know how
pretty
much can
sure I
I
saw.
say about his deep ball because I'm sitting here on the couch just cheers and talking about it. But that's not the point here.
Yeah, and it's like Drake May had one of the best deep ball completion percentages in the entire league, and that's where AJ Brown excels at. It's like that could not have been a better fit. Like I love Stephon Diggs with him because he got to work with a good quarterback, but Stephon did not fit the scheme that Drake May could throw to. Having your alpha match the style you want to be, and I imagine they're gonna want to be more up tempo this year. Not that they got Travion one extra year. They've got even Dobbs as a wide receiver too. Drake May's even more developed. I just can't imagine they're not going to be airing it out more, scoring more, playing into the strengths that they realized last year. Like,
Something
I
that
think he's
stands out to me is obviously I kind of already know your take on it, but Chase Brown, you got him pretty high.
love him. It's the same reason I have Jamar Chase over Puka. Offense is going to have to eat. Chase Brown, when Joe Burrow came back, was honestly untouchable. He was elite. Like, where is it? His production when he came back, starting after the bye week, 18-15, 18-18, 16, 33, 29, 19. That's running back one numbers. And when Burrow's healthy, Chase Brown's just reliable. Gets dump offs, he goes through the tackles. Like, I mean, it's nothing flashy. He just does what needs to get done, and he does it well. I love him.
I mean, I can't argue with it. He's going to get the work. He's good out of the
But
backfield.
they didn't bring anyone in from the draft. Like they
Right.
clearly trust him, unless they pull some garbage again with Samaje Perine like last year. But even even then, they brought him in,
Grandpa
and
P.
then
Ryan.
yeah, Perine eventually was phased out again. So it's like just rely on him. Money in, money out.
And I guess the only other guy that might be competing is Taj Brooks, which, I mean, he's not cemented himself whatsoever.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's set for the workhorse.
yeah. 6th round Taj Brooks. Whoop de doo.
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah, I mean,
love stealing Brown.
Chase Brown's another intriguing one. Again, it's like if you can get people in the Bengals offense, it's always good. You're gonna have to score points. You just hope Joe Burrow's healthy, especially if you're drafting Joe Burrow. Um, so yeah, I mean, he's gonna get touches. Just hope he's efficient with those touches.
Yeah,
Should be.
hope so. Um, it's already been an hour. Do we want to wrap things up here then?
Let's see. That kind of puts us right at the. I mean, that puts us 2 rounds. It's top 20.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm good if you want to
Is
keep
there-
going. I'm good if you want to
Is there
stop.
anybody
Don't
we
matter.
didn't talk about in that top 20 there? Yes. Genty and Nico.
I mean, Genty's getting a significantly
We didn't
better
really talk
offense.
about J-Jets, honestly.
We did it, yeah. What the heck?
We kind of skimmed over him. I mean, we have
We all
him
know his
ranked
talent.
fairly similar, but I mean, all of us being from Minnesota, we didn't even talk about our best player.
Start us out, Trev.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I think the quarterback situation is a little bit scary, but I don't know if it can get much worse than it was last year. So I think he's gonna get targets. And I mean, we got Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. So I mean, I think we're gonna have to throw it as long as Kyler's not always on the run because our offensive line. But I guess if it's not Kyler, it's McCarthy, and hopefully he can at least get the ball to him. I mean, he is one of the best receivers in the league. Just get it in the area, and he's going to catch it. So, I don't know. I kind of see him part of that top tier still. I mean, I think he's better than Drake London and Nico and AJ Brown and all those guys. I mean, you could probably put him and Rasheed in the same category, I think, potentially. But I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see how he fends this year with either Kyler or JJ McCarthy. Like I said, I don't think it can get much worse than it was last year for him. So
I hope not.
I see him at the end of the first round, around there.
Yeah, I completely agree with all that. I mean, sure hope it doesn't get worse than 9. I mean,
He
hope
is
it's not the
actually
best
a
years.
terrorist. I hate 9.
But just again, like I have some pull up here. Even with 9, Jefferson had the same target share percentage as Puka Nacua did last year.
Yeah.
Obviously, Puka had more volume, but that's because it's Matt Stafford. Right? It's Matt Stafford versus JJ McCarthy. We know.
Yeah.
We don't need to even talk about it.
I mean, who else are we throwing it to? I mean, we got Addison, deep threat every once in a while, and we brought in Juwan Jennings.
Yep.
I mean, sure. And Hawkinson has been honestly quite a bust.
Yeah.
Hawkinson's been one of the worst trades fours, I think, that we've had. I don't know. I mean, he's still a good tight end, but we just don't utilize him correctly. So, I mean, who else are we giving the ball to?
Oliver.
Yeah, nobody. It should be pretty much Jefferson.
Should be.
Josh Oliver.
I mean,
I'm a pretty firm Kyler Murray believer. I'm not saying he's going to be old Kyler Murray, but I think he's going to be at least serviceable. He's going to get the ball to the playmakers, and that's all we got to do. You've seen O'Connell make Josh Dobbs look good. I mean,
I just hope it's not another thing like Marv had at Arizona. I just hope they plan to get him the ball, which they should.
Yeah, again, I mean, every year we've had this offense. It seems like a pretty prevalent, I guess, goal is to get Jettas the ball. I don't think that's going to change based on quarterback. So I think he's due for a big year again. There is risk there. So it's not like if you're scared, then you can take somebody who's a little more probably safe of a pick.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the only other thing to add to that is that this is a contract year for Kyler Murray. So obviously he's incentivized to ball out here.
He's got a ball so he can afford more Call of Duty. He's taking a year off.
Exactly.
Do we got any new releases this fall we got to worry about?
I don't know.
All right.
I guess
Modern Warfare 4? Oh no. That's gonna be so good too.
No, when is it come
October
out?
23rd. It's on a Friday.
Shoot.
So that means that entire week
No.
gone. Who do we face?
This makes
Probably the Packers.
Probably.
Maybe it's a bye week.
No, we'll face the Colts. August 25th.
It's not nice, but
That's so grand.
I mean, obviously, we can get talking into
oh my gosh!
like,
Of course,
teams
after
and their
that,
rankings, but
look at those.
I
Look at
mean-
those 4 weeks after. We're going 0-4 if that man's playing COD the whole time.
Yeah, that's a
Lions,
scary
Bills,
patch.
Packers, Niners. Yikes.
that's what we got 9 for.
And then Falcons are always somehow competitive against us. Every time we face them, it's always a decent game.
Because Minnesota plays down to everybody's level. It doesn't matter.
Yep. Who else?
Face the Titans and we'll lose by 5.
I guess Genty's the only other person we haven't really talked about. I'll start on him. New offensive coordinator. No, new coach even. Clint
Offense.
Kubiak.
Makes pretty
Yeah.
Quarterback.
Yeah, new quarterback,
O-line.
new O-line. I mean, we saw his talent last year. He almost had more yards after contact than total yards. So, dude's clearly a monster still. The film doesn't lie. It's just a matter of, I assume now this is the year that things turn around for them. Where they could,
And I mean,
they,
especially,
yeah, you go.
I was gonna say, especially whenever they start playing Mendoza, biggest thing to do with rookie quarterbacks is just get your star players in space. Who is the star of that offense? It's Bowers, Nash, and Genty. So, I mean, they're going to be doing everything they can to get Genty in space, whether it's, still
Note that they
off
did
passes.
bring in Jalen Naylor.
They
I mean,
did.
he's going to have to
Naylor's
compete
a
with
good
Jack
player.
Bash.
Yeah.
And
don't
there
know,
was
Naylor's
actually
got
quite a
that
few
Kirk
reports
connection.
for Trey Tucker. A lot of the training camp talk is that Trey Tucker's like that, apparently.
Well, we'll have to see.
I mean, Jay Tucker definitely showed some flashes last year. Like, I'd be intrigued by him if we're looking at a sleeper.
Yeah, sneaky late round pick.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think Genty's gonna have a better year. He's shown us the flashes that he can.
Yeah, he's going to get the work.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's due.
I mean, who's the
I
other
wouldn't-
running back? Is Mostert still there, or who's even the backup for him?
They just drafted that guy out of Arkansas, I think. Mike Washington.
yeah, Mike
I mean, he still
Washington.
I
saw
liked him.
87% of the rushes last year.
I liked him. Mike Washington was a great pick, I think, for them.
Oh, the Raiders brought in Connor Hayward from the Steelers. Wow.
And honestly, for as disappointing as it seemed last year, he was still. I mean, RB12 isn't great, but
Yeah,
what did we draft? What are we drafting him as here? What is he?
right about 12 overall.
No, like this.
Running
This
back
yeah,
5.
go overall. But this
He's
is,
RB7 this year, and he finished
So, I mean,
RB11. That's what I
You're
see.
drafting
is
him. You're drafting him
RB11.
for a bump in 7. It's not crazy at all.
I wouldn't
Sorry, bump to
even
5.
mind taking him before Justin Jefferson or JT. I would not mind that at all.
Not a bad take. It's just it's positional. I mean, what do you need on that turn? What do you want on that turn?
Yeah, he's a stud.
Well,
All right.
I think that's the first 2 rounds, pretty much.
Yeah.
That wraps us up, folks.